Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're getting into a really fundamental question in AI governance. Is ethics just a tool to protect a company's bottom line, its financial value? Or is it about something bigger, upholding core human values? Let's get into it.
So, just as a quick heads up, this is part 11 of our 15-part look at a comprehensive research report on AI governance. And as always, remember, these explainers are just a taste of what's in the full report. This isn't legal advice, and it doesn't come with any warranties. Okay, with that said, today we're really honing in on the moral compass, the ethical frameworks that guide how companies actually build and deploy AI.
Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to frame the big ethical choice the companies are up against. Then, we'll dive into two totally different ways of thinking about this. We'll even see them go head-to-head in a real-world example. And to finish up, we'll talk about what all this means for a company's strategy in the long run.
So, right off the bat, let's be clear. This isn't some abstract philosophical debate for a classroom. The report really hammers this home. The ethical framework a company picks for its AI, that's a core strategic decision. It literally defines what the company's all about and where it's going. And really, it all boils down to this one question. It cuts right to the heart of everything, It shows this deep divide in how different organizations think about the moral and societal challenges of AI. And believe me, how you answer this one question, well, that shapes pretty much everything that comes next. All right, let's dig into the first model on the table. It's called the instrumental ethics approach. Think of it like this. It's a framework that looks at ethics through a really specific financial lens. Basically, moral considerations are seen as a tool, an instrument to get to a business goal. So what does that actually mean? Well, with this approach, the reason to be ethical isn't because it's the right thing to do in and of itself. Nope. It's all about protecting the bottom line. It's about avoiding fines, dodging bad press, and at the end of the day, making sure shareholder value is safe. And here's the real kicker. Ethics just becomes another variable in a risk calculation. It's just math. A biased algorithm, that's not a problem because it's, unfair. It's a problem because it might trigger a lawsuit or create a PR nightmare, and that hurts the stock price. It's a very pragmatic way of looking at the world, for sure, but it's totally driven by the financials. Okay, so let's switch gears completely. Let's look at the other side of the coin. This approach starts from a totally different place, one that's built on core principles, not profit and loss statements. Yeah, in this model, ethics isn't a tool you pull out of the toolbox when you need it. It's the compass. It's the thing that guides you. These principles are seen as totally non-negotiable. They're the guardrails that steer every single decision, even, and this is the important part, even if it means taking a hit on short-term profits or slowing things down. And what's so powerful here is that this framework isn't just some fluffy mission statement on a wall. It's a real, operational commitment. We're talking about dedicating actual resources, money, people, time to making things fair. It means treating customer privacy like a sacred trust, going way beyond just what the law requires. And it means designing AI to actually serve and empower people, not the other way around. Okay, so this is where the rubber really meets the road. The report gives us this fantastic head-to-head scenario, and it shows how these two kind of abstract philosophies lead to completely different outcomes in the real world. Let's take a look. So picture this. Your company's about to launch a new AI system. It's a big deal, but during the final testing, you find a problem. There's a demographic bias that's negatively impacting about 3% of your customers. Now, you can fix it, but it's going to cost $2 million and push the launch back by a whole 6 months. So what's the call?
And boom, here are the two paths laid out clear as day. The shareholder value approach, it just crunches the numbers. If the potential cost of getting sued and paying penalties is less than that $2 million fix, well, then from a purely financial perspective, the optimal choice is to just launch it. But the customer-focused approach, it doesn't even pick up a calculator at first. It starts with its values. And from that perspective, the damage to customer trust is way more costly than the $2 million. So delaying the launch isn't just an option, it's the only option.
And this isn't just about one single decision. This slide shows how that core philosophy gets woven into the entire life cycle of the AI. For that shareholder-focused company, ethics can end up being just another checkbox to tick off for the legal team before you ship. But for the customer-focused company, those values are baked in from the very first brainstorming session, and it requires a separate, explicit sign-off from the ethics team before anything goes out the door. Two totally different worlds. So, let's zoom out a bit. What does this huge divide actually mean for a company's strategy, for its future?
Let's tie all these threads together.
I think this sums it up perfectly. One path treats ethics like a guardrail on the side of the highway. Its job is just to keep the car, the financial value, from crashing. But the other path, it sees ethics as the road itself. It's the pavement the organization is traveling on, guiding it where it needs to go, toward building real customer trust and relationships that actually last.
And really, this is the key takeaway. The report makes it crystal clear that this isn't just about writing some policy document that sits on a shelf collecting dust. The ethical framework a company chooses literally defines its character, it defines its culture, and ultimately, it defines its ability to survive long-term, especially in a world where, let's face it, trust is becoming the single most valuable currency there is.
And that's the big, provocative question the report leaves us chewing on. In a world that's being completely reshaped by AI, which approach is actually going to build lasting success? The one that's laser-focused on protecting financial value, or the one that's guided by human values? It really makes you think about what matters most.